Singapore is the smartest city in the world according to the IMD's inaugural Smart City Index. Singapore's status as a smart nation is internationally recognized. The city-state ranks first in the Global City Performance Index 2017. Its Smart Nation initiative was launched in 2014 by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and 3 years later benefited from a government injection of SGD $2.4 billion, then equivalent to $1.73 billion US. Its Smart Nation vision aims to digitally collect information from throughout the city using sensors linked to aggregation boxes. So in this video, we're gonna tell you Tech City of the World, Singapore. The video is gonna be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Singapore is a magnet for visionaries and businesses looking for an innovation hub in the Asia-Pacific. The Southeast Asia city-state is the world's second most densely populated, with some 8,000 people per square kilometer. Faced with an aging population, the government is looking to digital advancements to raise productivity in an already advanced economy. The government's commitment to digital innovation and connected technologies has been vital. In late 2014, the authority launched Smart Nation Singapore (SNS), underpinning a series of strategic projects covering areas as diverse as urban mobility through e-payments. By 2022, the government plans to implement intelligent, energy-efficient lighting for all public roads and have solar panels installed on rooftops of 6,000 buildings. The nation attracts world-class international organizations to its shores. Its formidable success is due to the fact that technology is as enshrined within its constitution as multiculturalism. Smart technologies are integrated into the housing through a framework that considers planning, environment, buildings, and living. For instance, engineers analyze wind flow, solar penetration, and shaded areas to better design and site new buildings. Healthcare. How a city's leaders shape the future of healthcare will ultimately determine how the prosperity of the city itself and of its citizens. To reduce the pressure of an aging population on the city's core services, Singapore has digitized its healthcare system. Singapore focuses on addressing healthcare service provision for elderly citizens through a range of technologies, including digital service platforms as well as remote monitoring devices. Among other initiatives, Singapore's think tank Access Health International and NEUS Enterprise co-created the startup competition and incubator Modern Aging Singapore in 2015. Every year, winners receive a grant to develop their idea within the next 3 years. The winners were showcasing their innovations at InnoFest Unbound. Robotics in Singapore is helping to reduce loneliness in an aging population. Learning to be smart. Focusing on the theme of smart cities, the module offered a series of expert-led seminars, workshops, and site visits to allow 30 young global leaders, YGLs, a chance to learn about Singapore as a case study in applying technology to urban development, management, and leadership. Singapore is educating using artificial intelligence under its Tech Skills Accelerator program. 2 initiatives, AI for Everyone and AI for Industry, led by AI Singapore, will support the upskilling of 12,000 professionals and students in AI. These initiatives encourage citizens to be part of the change towards the city becoming digitally ready and proactively spearhead this movement. During the week-long course, YGLs were able to examine the management of different sectors of Singapore's urban economy in order to prepare them to further improve and to invest in the urban development and livelihoods that will lead their own cities into the future. The city also has a digital national identity system, a smart national sensor platform, and Virtual Singapore, a 3D digital model of the city that can run simulations and support future planning, to name just a few high-tech innovations. Smart mobility. To optimize transport efficiency, utilizing sensor technology, the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, A*STAR, has created an autonomous fleet to help the city's elderly and disabled residents stay mobile. Singapore has applied smart connected traffic solutions in conjunction with a very strong policy curtailing car ownership in an effort to reduce the number of vehicles on its roads. This vision makes Singapore the perfect place to experiment with smart alternatives to cars based on the sharing economy. To help with transport optimization, public data or open data is being used in a trial to facilitate transport planning. Data from fare cards to sensors in more than 5,000 vehicles and the real-time tracking of buses is analyzed. In 2017 and 2018, Singapore has seen the consolidation of ride-hailing services. The Singapore-based Grab acquired Uber's Southeast Asian business in March. Singapore has also seen the arrival of stationless shared bicycles, O-Bike, OFO, or Mobike, and the first electric car sharing service, Blue SG. Blue SG plans to deploy 1,000 cars, which makes it the world's second biggest electric vehicle car sharing program after Paris. Smart electricity networks. The Singapore Energy Utility Company has developed an international benchmarking framework that will enable utilities to identify best practices by leading industry players. reducing energy waste and developing renewable energies via smart electricity networks called smart grids, which are able to adjust the electrical currents between suppliers and consumers. The framework was designed to be simple and quantifiable for utilities to easily determine what aspects they are strong in and where they can improve. In a connected city, traditional urban infrastructures, buildings, pipes, roads are coupled with real-time data exchange mechanisms. The electric vehicle is at the heart of the smart grid, particularly because of its connectivity. This grid enables smart recharging, which draws electricity when it's at its most accessible and returns it when it runs out. Smart grids are critical infrastructure that supports economic growth while improving the quality of life in a city. SP Group's Smart Grid Index is useful for utilities to define, measure, and advance in the fundamental aspects of grid development. It will provide important data points, aids healthy industry discourse, and enables utilities to deliver sustainable solutions for the future. Professor Kam Chan-hin, Deputy Provost, Education, and former Chair, School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Nanyang Technological University said. Open Economy and FTA. According to the Economic Development Board, 80 of the world's top 100 technology companies have business proceedings in Singapore. Even tech giants such as Google, Amazon, and Facebook have set up their regional hubs here. But why are tech companies deciding to set up and invest in Singapore? Well, Singapore is one of the world's most open economies. This accounts for 6.5% of the country's GDP. The 2017 World Bank report declared it as the second easiest economy to conduct business in. According to the Ministry of Trade and Industry Singapore (MTI), Singapore has signed over 23 bilateral and regional free trade agreements worldwide to help facilitate trade and investments. This allows both Singapore-based companies and investors to enjoy tariff concessions, gain preferential access to key sectors, and enable faster entry into new and emerging markets. Despite its small domestic market, Singapore's economy remains one of the most stable in the world. It currently has zero foreign debt, low tax rates, 14.2% of GDP, and the second highest per capita GDP in the world in terms of purchasing power parity (GDP). Singapore's strategic geographical location has allowed it to transform from a fishing village into the hub of Southeast Asia. By only being within a 6-hour flight time radius from any other Southeast Asian country, Singapore is perfectly positioned as an ideal hub to access other cost-effective manufacturing countries. Recently, with the COVID-19 virus impacting the international economy, the Singapore government has released a series of financial aid as part of the 2020 budget to help businesses and employees cope. A 2018 report also declared it as having a corruption score of 85, very clean, and it's currently ranked as the 4th least corrupt country in the world. All of these are major contributors to Singapore's stellar economic growth. Another major draw is the number of FTA agreements. It currently has 25 regional and bilateral FTAs under its belt. These trade partnerships have been instrumental in helping the country strengthen its cross-border trade. In addition, new companies which are setting may also be eligible for tax incentives for the first 3 consecutive years, a 75% exemption on the first $100,000 of their normal chargeable income, and also a further 50% tax exemption on taxable income of up to $100,000. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.